In December of 2006, a 12-year-old boy from Rock Hill, South Carolina, was arrested after opening one of his Christmas presents weeks ahead of the holiday. The boy's mother and great-grandmother discovered the evidence, torn wrapping paper, and an empty box carelessly discarded beneath the Christmas tree. When confronted and threatened with police involvement, the boy retrieved the stolen item, an $85 Gameboy Advance SP. Despite his compliance, the grandmother called the police anyway. The Rock Hill police charged the boy with petty larceny as a juvenile, though he was not held in custody. News reports revealed the boy's troubling behavioral history, including shoplifting, stealing money from his mother, and punching a police officer the previous month, for which he was arrested on disorderly conduct charges. No additional updates were ever provided on the boy's life trajectory, leaving us to wonder, did he outgrow his petty crimes? Or did this holiday misstep set the stage for a life of larceny?
Preach, Trevin. I was thinking the same thing. This kid should have received coal.
For sure. I don't know who the kid is, but there's just so much information on just like, this was a very bad kid. I don't know if he was that bad. I don't know if he was threatened with a taser. ChatGPT said that was not a funny joke. I thought I liked it. I didn't care. Because the kid is just set up to be so bad. And no, I don't really give him any character development, but in all the articles, it just seems like he's a little demon.
Yeah.
Which I also thought was kind of weird too. When you read the articles, they say in the very beginning of all of them was like, Grandma called the police for him opening the present early to teach him a lesson. But then later in the article, they say he was arrested last month for punching a cop. And I'm thinking, is the arrest supposed to like scare him now? Because it seems like he already has experience with being in cuffs.
Right.
I wanted to make a joke that was like, it didn't fix you last time, but maybe it'll fix you this time. But I decided not to go there.
Ugh. That is awful that the grandma had to get involved, and also awful that she felt like this was the only thing to do, because it sounds like, yeah, they felt like they needed someone of more authority, but it seems like this kid struggles with authority in general.
Yeah, it does kind of seem that way.
Ew, that's a bad apple.
The articles were also very weird about the wording on things too. I simplified it for my story, but there's so many times where they said the great-grandmother, and then they said the Game Boy was from the grandmother, and then they said the mom is 27 years old. So I'm just like, is this like a young family of like, they just kept having kids young, and this is the great-grandmother? Because they did say the great-grandmother called the police. It was a present from the grandmother. So I'm thinking there could have even been another woman involved.
This is generational trauma.
Exactly, which is why I brought up the whole like, I resented you for drinking thing. It really just kind of felt like there needed to be a generational angle to this.
Yes.
But it was very hard to follow, so I simplified it.
Yeah, that makes sense for writing purposes. Less characters, less voices.
Yes, they did make it clear to say that she was a 27-year-old mother and he was a 12-year-old boy. So, I mean, she had him at 15.
Yeah. It would be hard to gain the respect, maybe even more if you're closer to your kids in age, maybe.
I would think so. I mean, you've still got so much growing up to do.
Yeah.
I mean, how many adults still have so much growing up to do?
Seriously. It may have just been like they were all trying to raise this kid together, which I can respect them for it, but it seems like they're still struggling. Well, they were back in 2006. Maybe he's made a change, but yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, no way to know. I Googled a little bit, but I didn't see. I saw that somebody had reposted the story like within the last couple of years, but they had just changed the headline and reposted it and tried to make it look like it was recent. Just so it could be like some news station or website just trying to hopefully,
Clickbait.
Clickbait, yeah.
Damn. And he was unnamed, right? Because he was
12.
a kid.
They said he was charged as a juvenile, so the cop did take him in, but didn't really hold him. They just came in and like filed paperwork or whatever. They said in articles, he said, I wasn't going to hold the kid, obviously.
Oh my God. I can't imagine as a parent feeling like I need to call the cops on my kid.
I know, and I've known kids like that too, where the parents felt like they needed to do that, but I couldn't imagine being in that. I feel like if you got that far, then it's probably gotten way out of hand.
Way out of hand. Yes.